What's up, everybody? Yes, indeed, OG is back, man. Guys, you guys already know what time it is with this guy right here. I don't talk about it, I stay about it. But anyways, the audience has spoken, and majority rules, man. They want me to speak on Mr. Lefty Gunplay and what he did and what happened with him. You know what I mean? But before I go and move on to that, one of my other subscribers asked me if I could touch on glucosamine. So I will also elaborate a little bit on glucosamine and the benefits of that. But first and foremost, I got to give a shout out to all my subscribers, my followers, and even the funny bunnies that's been supporting my channel, man. Welcome to the YouTube yarda, baby. But anyways, I have to send a special shout out to all of my channel members, man. I really appreciate you guys. And remember to hit that like and subscribe button, man. Let's get this channel to grow, because once I reach 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to start doing lives. And that's where that YouTube yarda will get active, because I will interact with all you guys. I don't care how you come at me. You will have an interaction with this individual right here. I don't discriminate, baby. I pull up. Wherever it be, I don't care. You know, proof is in the pudding. Look at it. I pulled up over there with a club filled with norteños and tango blast. Was I scared? Absolutely not. Was I my P's and Q's? Absolutely. Why wouldn't I be? It'd be a foolish man not to. That's when people get caught slipping, because they get comfortable. Once you get comfortable, you get rocked to sleep. It's a dundada, baby. But anyways, yeah, so remember to hit that like and subscribe button. If you want to get started on your fitness journey, you can shoot me a DM on my Instagram, high_power_fitness_, or you could email me at highpowerfitness@yahoo.com. Ain't nothing to it but to do it, baby. You can't talk about it, you got to be about it. So, glucosamine. Today, I'm going to share some benefits of glucosamine that go further than just supporting osteoarthritis, people. Glucosamine is an amino sugar. It's a combination of glucose and glutamine, which is an amino acid. Glucosamine is also a precursor for cartilage and has been known to lubricate and cushion your joints. It can also help prevent the breakdown of the joints and maintain the cartilage. It's great for athletes who put a lot of stress on their joints. Here are some other potential benefits, and I say potential because I don't want to be accused of me trying to portray myself as something that I'm not. Always seek medical advice from your doctor. I'm just sharing knowledge with you that I've obtained throughout the years, and stuff that I picked up through reading. And the reason is because a lot of the stuff that I touch on is not only because of my subscribers want me to, it's also because it hits home. You know what I mean? I've had family members or myself that's went through certain issues. So that's why I like to elaborate on it, because it's stuff that I've experienced firsthand, you know. So, you know, I'm practicing my freedom of speech, people, as always. You know, that's the great thing about living here in America, baby. You can do a lot of things. Don't take it for granted, people. But anyways, so some other things that it supports and it benefits. Glucosamine, it supports wound healing. It's really good for inflammatory. It is absolutely good for as reducing pain. That's for sure. It may even help with varicose veins. There's been studies that show it can decrease the risk of cardiovascular disease and diabetes. But there's also been other studies saying that it could also help with seizures. So it will help you with the inflammatory gut conditions as well. Glucosamine also supports the immune system, called the mast cell. And this mast cell makes another compound called heparin, okay? Heparin is given to people after having had a heart attack to prevent blood clotting. It's used as a blood thinner. So heparin is something that has to do anything with your brain, neurology. So it's known to be beneficial. And glucosamine is like a relative of heparin. Heparin your body produces by itself naturally, people. Okay, but what glucosamine does is supports it and helps it produce even more. So, you know, it's a good thing, man. And there's been some research showing that it may even be good for seizures. And then there's been other researchers showing that large amounts could increase seizures. So, it's a gamble like anything in life, people. But first and foremost, always check with your physician, because I am not a doctor. I'm not giving medical advice. I'm just sharing knowledge that I've obtained throughout the years of me reading. Okay, so, you know, when you take large amounts, there's been studies, and you got to keep in mind these studies that they do are usually on lab rats and stuff like that. So they're not actually on human beings. And then they're studies that have been done in a short period of time. It's not like it was a long study. So, to get really any type of accurate study, whether it would be with fasting or nutrition, dieting, or anything, it's gonna take like about 6 weeks, man. I'm not gonna sit here and fucking hold your hand and say, "Oh yeah, this is my program, man. You'll get it, right away." No. It all depends what shape you're in. First off, you know what I mean? Because you could come in being really obese, and let's keep it real. You didn't come out the womb being all big and obese. You know what I mean? If you did, Jesus Christ. Well, I've heard of some Guinness Book of World Record kids coming out like 25 pounds. I mean, as far as myself, I believe I came out like 12 pounds, 13 ounces as the 8th child, But as a big boy, I guess, you know what I mean? My mom's a warrior. She spit me out, man. That's a big kid to be spitting out. It's like a turkey, right? But anyways, people, there I go rambling on. That's just a reminder to you guys, you new cats viewing my channel. I do ramble on, man. I tend to do that an awful lot. So anyways, if you're going to take this glucosamine, you may consider it taking anywhere from 500 to 1,000 milligrams 3 times a day. Always check with your doctor, because because I'm not a doctor, people. I'm just sharing info on what I've gathered through reading. One other thing, avoid taking glucosamine with hydrochloride. Okay, your body's already producing hydrochloride in itself, especially as you get older. That's one of the reasons why you have gray hair, people. Just in case if you didn't know, now you know. Well, anyways, people, at the end of the day, check with your doctor, because I am not a physician, and I'm not giving medical advice. Definitely would never do that. All I'm doing is practicing my freedom of speech and sharing knowledge that I've picked up. Whether it be 100% accurate, I have no idea. A lot of the home remedies that I do speak on, they've worked for me. What works for me may not work for you. All I can say is you just got to go through trial and error. You know what I mean? And remember, Big Pharma, they dictate what goes on in this medical world. But anyways, people, that's a whole different topic I don't even really want to touch on, because they got the money and I don't, baby. So anyways, remember, want to get on that fitness program and become that best version of yourself, email me at highpowerfitness@yahoo.com, or you could shoot me a message on my Instagram, high_power_fitness_. There ain't nothing to it but to do it, baby. You can't talk about it. You just got to be about it. And like I've said in the past, I'm going to tell you today, it's not a motherfucking puzzle. It ain't hard to figure out. It's just like counting from 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Dandara, baby. Just like that. But anyways, Mr. Lefty Gunplay. The, what do they call that guy? Famous killer or gangbanger, I don't even know. You know what I mean? I hear people clowning him all the time. I don't see why people clown this individual, man. He's a hot commodity right now. Despite of his antics, this and that. I mean, I'm going to keep it real and 100% with you, man. Going through the system, there's 1,000 Lefty Gunplays. There's 1,000 of them, man. They're characters, you know what I mean? They're homies that you make time easier. They're funny, you know what I mean? And they're just a trip, you know what I mean? And even out here in the real world, in real life, you know what I mean? I got homies too that are fucking like, see, they're little out there playing in South Park, you know what I mean? But they're fun to be around, you know what I'm saying? And from what I've seen from Lefty Gunplay, that fool, he gets a lot of heat, man. And I put myself in his shoes. And I put myself in a lot of these youngsters' shoes this day of age, because I know we give the homies backlash on like what are you guys doing putting all this shit up on social media? We wouldn't have did that in our time. How do you know? Because we didn't have this technology back then. You know how we were back in the day. Not all of us, but you know, we knew who the hitters were and who were the homies, you know, that heard the whisper in the halls and the behind them walls, who did what and who didn't do shit, and who peed and pooed on themselves, like certain individuals on here on social media. Not gonna say no names, baby, but you guys already know. You know what I mean? People are sensitive out here. But anyways, so with Mr. Lefty Gunplay, man, he's shining like a motherfucking star, man. But he's gotta pump his brakes, really. You know what I mean? Hopefully, old boy learns his lesson. But from my understanding, he got caught up in Tejas. Much love and respect to Tejas. I was over there with one of my team members, Mr. Goltos, at a function that he had for GT Digital Distribution. And that fucking club was filled with Tango Blast, baby. I got nothing but love and respect from them. They knew where I was from. But did I go there with intentions? Absolutely not. I went there with respect. I was an invited guest. I pulled up and I showed up. I didn't talk about it. I stood about it. I flew out there, man. I flew out there and flew back the next day. Because that's what this OG does. You know what I mean? It's all good, baby. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, yeah, so Mr. Lefty Gunplay, he got caught up in Tejas, man. And is he going to get some heat from the homies? Only he knows. Real talk, though. Usually homies like that, man, get love, you know, from other hand. Of course, you're going to get the hate, but yeah, you might have that certain individual, which they're everywhere, that want to give you that heart check. It is what it is. You know, big thing. If you're part of a neighborhood, shit, it's just like getting jumped in, really. You know what I mean? Except for it's a one-on-one. You know, you win some, you lose some, baby. You know what I mean? Show them where your heart's at. You know what I mean? Make sure you ain't pumping piss. You know what I mean? In your blood. But anyways, I don't think Lefty's like that. Lefty, like I said, Lefty looks like a guy that is someone that is a trip to kick it with. You know what I mean? I'm sure at times it could probably be annoying. But that's here nor there. He's going to get a lot of hate. And how should I say? A lot of people talking shit about him, saying that he's a fucking dumbass for what he did. But I'm going to tell you, from my point of view, there was times when I got torcido. And I ain't going to tell the fucking Judas to throw my shit out and say, oh, yeah, here you go. Hey, this is the last chance. You've got any paraphernalia or anything that doesn't belong here, toss it out right there. Fuck that. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm not going to make this fool's job any easier. That fool's going to have to swipe it and see if he fucking finds anything. Of course, with me, I would have fucking hooped it. You know what I mean? I'd pull a Wes Watson. Spit on that motherfucker and got to do what I got to do, baby. You know what I mean? Put it away. The safe deposit box. But knowing wherever you get torcido from would be that would be the only reason why someone would have to do that, to go that extreme of put it in the plug. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what to expect. I mean, like, coming from my hood, you know, I'm not gonna say which areas or which precincts, but it's pretty easy. You know what I'm saying? Really is. If you know, you know. I'm not gonna give up any more game, because and don't go get curious about this shit and try to find out either. You know what I mean? Fucking people end up fucking up and getting caught for something, you know. But anyways, yeah. So he got caught, and I don't know why these people are out here on social media surprised that he got caught with Scante. What do you think he was getting caught with? Yeska? Come on now, really? My boy, he made no bones about it. That's his cup of tea. He's a homie that gets twacked out, and you know, we all know the alcohol is there to counter-react. It's like a compound reaction to getting high. You know what I mean? You gotta slow down some, or else you're gonna start seeing them fucking bushmen. And I know that from experience, where I had to swallow a fucking whole 16th, and that motherfucker busted open on me. My goodness, by the end of the night, I was seeing fucking bushmen and shadows and all kinds of shit. Boy, the homies had to save my life. know what I mean? At least that's what I thought. You know what I mean? But anyways, if you guys remember that night, it happens, man. But so yeah, you guys were really surprised what he got busted for? It's pretty fucking naive for people to think that. He's never tried to deny it. That's his cup of tea. You know what I mean? He doesn't be promoting all this yes guy and all that. From what I've seen, he doesn't. He does his thing. He's getting his motherfucking boogie on. He's just got a lot more feria to do it with now. As far as what he did, was that pretty like foolish of him? Only that man knows. He's the only one that knows the true story. So anybody that's really out here speaking on him, they only know half of the story, or what's been told from them. You know what I mean? Because I've already been informed. I should say, I don't even like using that word, but I've already had a whisper in my ear what went on. But was I gonna put it out here on social media? Absolutely not. Why? Because was that person there when they got busted with Lefty Gunplay? Probably not. The only people that know is Lefty Gunplay, Dahura, and the homies that were with him, if they were his homies. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, you ride your own beef. You know what I mean? You make your bed, you must lay in it. Depending on the situation, I guess you could say, yeah, the younger homie would take the rap because you got more to lose. But if you know that you have more to lose, why would you put yourself in that situation? I'm going to tell you something right now. Me being with the record that I have, I'm not going to put myself up, jeopardize my freedom for a motherfucking thing, unless it's really necessary. Why? Because I'm more of a trophy than that youngster. Even if that youngster is willing to take the rap, the Hoodas are going to try to find something and put it on me. Why? Because they lock me up and throw away the key, baby. Give me all day. That's why I chose on this last little punk-ass rodeo. It was a blessing. It was either get a life or do life, baby. So now back to with Lefty Gunplay. Yes, I did ramble on. Now what? It is what it is, baby. You know, I just fuck with you guys. Nothing but love and respect to all my followers and subscribers. And you already know, mandatory my channel members. But no, yeah, so yeah, back to Lefty Gunplay, man. You know, hey, he made a mistake, and only he knows what was going through his mind at that time. Maybe he thought like, fuck it, because I know he didn't have to take it in there to make some extra feria. I like to say, you know, that fucking scante, man, that's the cucuy right there. I've been around it for a long time, but back in the day they called it crank, you know, and it really did nothing to me. But this very last time, when I finally realized the high of it, I was able to shake all my other vices, man. I stopped drinking and everything, and all I did was that shit, man. It took over my life. So, as far as myself, it was a blessing for me to get busted. As far as Lefty, all I could say for that individual is to expect the worst and hope for the best, baby. Because you know the rule that we play by, because that's the way it is when we go to court. Expect the worst and hope for the best. So if they max you out, hey, you were already expecting that. There'd be no shine off your boots. Like I say, you know, shine off my stay boots, baby. But anyways, man, you know, I wish the homie the best of luck. I've been hearing all kinds of different sides of the story, that it's just going to be a slap on the hands because he got feria. Hey, but all bullshit aside, money talks and bullshit walks, man. You know, if the glove doesn't fit, you must have quit. Got away with a good one, which I really don't think he did it. But they should have never been able to sue that man, Mr. OJ. You know what I mean? That's it's kind of a fucked up situation. That's like double standards to me. You know what I mean? If you beat it in a criminal court, why should civil court be able to fucking supersede that and take your feria? It's pretty chicken shit. You know what I mean? And as far as look at Mr. Master Hooper, I don't think he's gonna get any time. And why? Because that big fucking dummy, the 7-foot Sasquatch or whatever he claimed that he was, that big dummy, he wasn't so bright about what he tried to do. He took the time to set up his camera. You know, it was obvious that he was there for publicity or something or whatever. You know, he's trying to collect an easy bag. You know, straight toed on himself. He should have had, you know, if he was smart about it, he could have went there with an individual and act like they weren't with each other and just have them film. know what I mean? And just act like he was just a bystander on the side that videotaped everything, you know, and, you know, but who knows, man? That's something else. But yeah, back to Lefty Gunplay, man. It is what it is, my boy. You did your thing. Ride the wave, baby. You know what I mean? You already know what time it is. Do I think he's stupid? Nah, not at all. You know what I mean? The individuals that felt a certain way because I supposedly took a picture with his enemiga. I don't know how that fool was his enemiga. Old boys from up north. You know what I mean? They're thousands and thousands of miles away, you know, thousands of miles away. And amigas closer than that, you know. And all bullshit aside, I didn't even know who the individual was. Wanted to bust a flick, I bust a flick, man. And even if I knew who he was, I would have still busted a flick. He never disrespected me or my barrio. You know what I mean? I represent my barrio. And for those of you that know, you know. Yeah, I'm from, I'm a Vallero. But first and foremost, I'm a wildflower, baby. Born and raised. Even when they lay me to rest, I'll be covered in roses. But anyways, people, that's here nor there, man. I ain't going to get on that subject because a lot of sensitive people out here in this world. It's sad but true, baby. So there's my thought on Mr. Lefty Gunplay. And for my subscriber, the one that was asking me about glucosamine, I hope I elaborated a little bit on your question. And yeah, it is very good for inflammatory, man. So if you're taking it and if you feel that it's helping you out with your workouts and stuff and your recovery, hey, don't fix something that ain't broke, my boy. If you want to take it to the next level, hop on my plan. I'll get you to becoming the best version of yourself. I'm 54, in the best shape of my life. You know what I mean? I have this stuff down to a science. So, with that being said, remember, thumbs up, thumbs down, put your notification bell on all, share my channel. Let's get it to grow to 10,000 subscribers. That way I could start doing some lives. Let's bring this YouTube yarda to life, baby. I mean, let's get it activo. Because this individual right here will react with every last one of you guys. You know what I'm saying? You could wolf, because like I've said in the past, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. OG's been around, man. Let's run it in. Get me up to 10,000 subscribers. Let's start running them lives. Now, with that being said, if you want to get started on that fitness journey, shoot me a DM or email me at highpoweredfitness@yahoo.com. Ain't nothing to it but to do it, baby. You can't talk about it. You just got to be about it. Let's do this.